knows about the grind. Yeah, the bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos. EST afternoon. Joaquin Gage, Zachary Koob Kubusch, Hernan Salas. How you doing? It's Friday. The weekend's here. Don't have to work.
It's funny. I talked to Kent this morning. We're going over some stuff. And he goes, so what are you going to do for the game tonight? I go, I don't know. You want to come over? I go, you're in full denial, aren't you? He goes, yes. He's preparing tonight like there's a game 7.
What could have been, man? I would have been unreal today, man.
Yeah.
I would have been absolutely unreal. But we move forward here on EST Afternoons, of course, on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. And we're coming to you live from the beautiful William Huff Studios. We went to check out the new place today.
Yeah. How is it?
Oh, so many rooms, so much room for activities.
Really?
Yeah. We got a Nasty gave us a brand new air fryer.
A brand new one?
Brand new one.
No way.
We dropped it off already.
Holy smokes. Well, I guess I can take that one back then?
Well, you can keep it here until we move.
Okay.
That's really come in handy. Yeah. No, it's great, man. It's, great job by Dusty and Maddie finding that spot. So very excited to move there. It's going to be interesting. All right, on the show. Try to get a few guests.
Okay.
They gave me one of these.
The
Big X. They're busy.
I had a guest, but I missed it. I was too busy wrestling.
Jesus.
Whoops.
Well, hopefully we'll have him next week. That'll be a kind of cool guest. But we are going to break down the Elks game.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll touch on the Bowman and Knoblauch presser. Not much said. There's couple quotes that are intriguing, but the rest is the same thing you get every year from the top dogs of the Oilers. Zach to the future 140. I got some exciting stuff. It's going to be fun. Inside the numbers, of course. And then we want to hear from you. Hit us up, River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. The Nasty Chat. Slam that thumbs up. We haven't hit 100 in
a few days,
which is kind of disappointing. I know everybody's kind of maybe needed to take a step away.
Yeah.
We understand.
I understand.
We get it. We get it. But fun night last night at Commonwealth. Good to be there again. The tailgate was rocking. Benny and Trev did a great job at our spot there for Edmonton Sports Talk. Media Center is a little tiny. It was packed.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I went to see you. I got a glizzy.
Yeah,
that was good because I missed a media meal, so I was really hungry.
Oh, really? That fill you up?
Oh, yeah, it was good, man.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Good wiener.
Yeah, it was not a lot of people there last night.
No, disappointing.
Yeah. I think the weather in the morning had a little, but it was quite a nice night actually.
It turned out, but people make plans early, right? Like,
yeah,
you can't
especially
switch on a dime, right? And not just like I know it was announced 14, but I don't think there was 14 there.
No.
That's distributed. So, yeah, we'll get to it, of course. You know, like Formula E, when the cars need energy and they have to go on the side grade and it can boost. That's what I need right now.
Really? Well, I
need a shot. Just slap me. Slap me right now.
No, it's Fridays. You know how I like my margaritas on the Fridays.
Yeah,
so out of Mezcal. I was going to go get the ones that I normally get, but I thought, you know what? I'll just try the little liquor store right here.
And they had it.
Well, they had Casamigos with, keep forgetting that actor's name. Who's the actor he's Brad Pitt's buddy, Ocean's 11. Who's the big guy?
George Clooney?
George Clooney. That's him. So that's his tequila, but it's Pine Sol, I find. It's like the rocks. It's not great, right? So... And as I'm walking out, she goes, "Oh, well, you didn't find what you were looking for?" And I go, "Well, you don't. I'm looking for mezcal, and you only have the Casamigos." And she was like, "Oh, we have another one." And I go, "Oh, you do?" So that's back. She showed me where it was, and I go, "How is it?" Because I don't know. I've never tried it. I go, Well, how am I supposed to buy this? I go, what do you, I love mezcal. I drink the Casamigos. Well, I don't want the Casamigos. She goes, you know what? You try it and you let me know. And she just went into her full sales. So I had to buy it. And then I hear this guy, Gage, buying some, I forget what he was buying. I should have wrote it down. But, and he goes, is Connor McDavid staying? And I was like, dude, I don't know. His wife has a restaurant. Looks good. And he was, yeah, right down the middle. That's what I expect. He goes, have a good day. See you later. So, sorry for not asking your name if you're listening now. I wish I did. I panic in the wild sometimes. I don't know how to act.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah. So, shared it with Jay. Jay gave a thumbs up. We just had a little taste of it. So if you need something to get you through, I do have.
No, I got to run later, so no alcohol can go into this temple right now.
It's called fuel.
Until after.
That temple.
But yesterday, because the GF was at the game too, but she was with her work, but we walked home after because we're close, and I picked up a bottle of wine on the way. So I looked like a DJ walking with a bottle of wine on the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I need a glass of wine after that game.
Yeah, no, it wasn't busy, so I was able to go out and watch the first drive of the Elks. Good run by Tre and stuff, but and then watching Montreal then go to work for a bit. It was I put in the chat clinical.
Yeah,
Alexander was just picking them apart.
He's the real deal, man.
Yeah.
He's excellent. Unfortunately, because you always want to see the best on best, right? So it was unfortunate to see him get hurt. Of course, McLeod Bethel Thompson comes in, but he didn't do much. I think the Elks got a break, to be honest, when he went out. I think Maddie said it at the start of the post-game show. I think the score flattered the green and gold a little bit.
Garbage time.
So I want to ask you, Gator. You played pro sports. It's because we see it a lot. The garbage time stats, you can pad them, you look good. How much, when you were playing, did you look into garbage time? Like, because I compare it to hockey, like you're up 6-0, and then in the third period, your team scores 3. Are you really feeling good about yourself? Like, does that confidence that the Elks show in the fourth quarter translate into the next game? Because I look at it as it is garbage time. The other teams probably, it's human nature. They probably lean away at just a little bit, right? They're still pros. They're not out there to get beat, but.
Like, you're posing this question to a person who played a position that cannot answer garbage time correctly, because it's
but I'm saying it more as your teammates and how did the team.
I didn't care about that. I cared about my own stats. Usually in garbage time, if you were down, you were usually the goalie coming in. Okay, and if the team came back and you tied it up, then you're the goalie of record. Yeah. And if they score, you lose. Yeah. And then if you're what's really bad, on the other side of the coin, your team's up by 6. Garbage time, the other team makes a push, scores 3 on you, inflates your numbers. So garbage time for a goalie really sucks.
It changes.
I mean, if you didn't get pulled or whatever, it's a little bit better, but
it's similar to the quarterback, right?
A little bit, yeah.
So, like, for example, last year in that Hamilton game when the Elks were 0-5, or it was one of those games. And Tre Ford came in the fourth, led 3 touchdowns. Yeah. It's different.
Yeah.
Because he looks really good.
Well, you look at the stats the next day. Oh, Tre Ford looked great. And even at the end of the game, like, he padded the stats a little bit. And what do you think? Like, I was getting kind of, because I had to leave because my daughter I had to go pick her up from dance. Okay. And I got home and turned on the game. And I'm like, what happened? Because it was just, when I was in the car, I think it was just when Alexander went down, right? So, and then and they came back, and I see Tre throw two passes way overthrown. Yeah, where
he just missed Curly. I know, one late.
Yeah. I know, but still,
yeah, like, I know.
You he had a chance to really, almost come all the way back there. They're only down by 10. Who knows? It's the CFL. I thought, man, you could have used a accurate throw even at the end there. I was upset because all that work to get back, they got themselves back in the game. You got to give them a little bit of credit, but I thought there was something there to make it even closer.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to analyze the garbage time stats, right?
Well, the first half was terrible.
Terrible.
On both sides of the ball.
On both sides. I mean, the one positive I'll take away is special teams has been really good. Arkell Smith, man, he's getting yards. They've been really good in coverage. An excellent bounce back game for Vincent Blanchard. He didn't miss any field goals or extra points, so good for the kid to bounce back like that. But yeah, you're right. Like the opening half just can't happen.
Well, what was Tre's stats after the first? It was like
29 yards passing
29
on 8 out of 11.
Yeah, like maybe it's nerves.
And it's not all on him.
No, I know, but it's when you want a player to succeed a lot and then disappoint's the wrong word, but I was hoping for just a really good performance going up against a really good team in the CFL, like him showing his stuff. And there's flashes with Tre.
There,
and they talked about him on the broadcast too.
Yeah.
You probably didn't get this, and it's Kate Burness was saying you gotta stick with him.
100%.
And they were everyone on the panel was in agreement with that. You can't, because there was you hear, is it time for Fajardo to maybe do a little bit, but I think you just gotta. It's that tough area for a young quarterback in the CFL. You can see he's close, right? But and there's going to be peaks and valleys, but just to get that swagger, that confidence that comes from a little bit more of consistent success, I think is what you need.
Yeah, it's good that they're sticking with him. You need to.
Yeah.
He's going to, I believe he's going to figure it out. Again, the receiving core doesn't have that. They got really good receivers. Steven Dunbar's legit. Like, he's a 1,000-yard receiver, but they don't have that game breaker
guy.
And it's going to have to be by committee. Dunbar was good late yesterday in like we were calling it the fourth quarter when Montreal kind of knew it was done. But they still made the play, so you got to give them credit. I like that they ran the ball more, and Rankin looked good. Got hurt there towards the end, but looks like he's going to be fine. I want to get to a lot, but how about we hear from Mark Killam post game?
Yeah,
because there were some good questions asked, and I want to break down a few of the decisions he made as well that were kind of mind-boggling. But here's Edmonton Elks head coach Mark Killam.
The improvements from your team based from week 1 to now.
Thought our offense took a step. We ran the ball a little bit better tonight. We pushed the ball down the field in the second half. Definitely took a step on that side. Are we anywhere near where we want to be? No. But trying to find the positives, that's definitely one of them.
And tell us a little bit about the decision to do the fake kick or the pooch kick there right after that one touchdown.
Yeah, we saw something on tape. We tried to jump on them a little bit. They did a nice job defending it. Didn't get the bounce that we wanted, so that's 100% on me. I thought that cost us 3 points.
Mark, that late push, do you take any encouragement out of that from your offense and the guys not giving up against a good team like that?
No doubt. I mean, that's the first thing I said is that we have fight on our football team. We're just in a hole. We got in a hole early. Too many explosions on defense. That's on the coaching staff. We got to get that cleaned up.
Coach had 6 points in the first 3 quarters, 22 in the fourth. What was the difference?
Sorry, say it again. What did you say?
6 points the first 3 quarters and then 22 in the fourth quarter. What was the biggest difference there then?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Could have been what they were doing too. I've got to look at the tape, but I did think our offense moved the ball. Like I said, our offense took a step tonight, which was positive. But we're still looking for that complete team effort.
Tell us about the bounce back from Blanchard from week 1. Now going 100% tonight.
Yeah, I mean credit to Vince. I mean he put the work in the bye. He had a great week of practice. He carried it forward into the game, so I'm proud of him.
Was there ever a thought when the struggles were going on to maybe throw Cody in for a bit to give him a chance and kind of
on offense?
Scan the game? Yes.
No.
Coach, they were running 5 to 10 yard outs, 7-yard curls, wide receiver screens. Felt like it was like 100% completion rate. I mean, finding the soft spots in the zone, especially on curls. How do you shore things like that up defensively?
I mean, we were kind of playing over top. They were working the edges on us. Like you said, to a very high percentage. I mean, that's what their offense does, and I think you've got to do some things to get them out of rhythm. On that scramble play earlier, we got to finish, got to keep them in the backfield. I mean, those kind of things are the difference between a drive extending and us getting off the field.
Curly was, kind of on pace to have another stat line that doesn't exactly inspire. Exploded in the fourth quarter, obviously. What do you do to scheme him? You have a really talented group of receivers, really dynamic quarterback. He's kind of the money man in that receiving group. I mean, what do you do to get him more involved in the offense?
We play a team game on offense. I mean, we don't have just one guy. That's not really how we're built. Curly, I challenged him with leadership, and he took it on this week. And, I'm proud of him for doing that. But it's just playing a team game on offense. If we get the running game going, the RPO stuff will open some things up. Like you saw, we are able to push the ball down the field. We just got to do it at a more consistent rate.
Saw Beard go down. Any update on where he's at?
No update.
No update. Good.
Yep.
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Yep.
All right, that was Mark Killam. A few things. Yeah, the onside kick with 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, down 2 touchdowns. He owned it. He said it was my mistake. I can't hear myself. Oh, there we go. He owned it. He said it was my mistake. They saw something. Gage, I don't know if you were still there.
No.
That's a decision that cannot be made, especially in the CFL, Gage, where you can score 3 touchdowns in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And why it's more mind-boggling, Joaquin, is because MBT was in the game. It wasn't Davis Alexander.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And someone brought it up on the morning show, made a great point. It's maybe he didn't trust his defense because they hadn't been very good throughout the game. But again, it wasn't their starter that had the success against their defense. Do you know what I mean? Because it cost them 3 points.
Yeah. And it changes the way you play on defense when it's closer. They had a comfortable 2-score lead at the end, so could play a little bit more loose. No, it's puzzling, and maybe it's like everything. Everything's new on this team. Even this is the first time head coach. There's a lot of learning to do as a head coach. A little bit easier as coordinator throughout your career, right? So this will be stored in the memory bank. Going okay, unless I'm and maybe just trying stuff. You look at the score. Okay, let's try this and see if maybe. But even then, I think it's something you put in your back pocket. Those are one of those plays that you try late in the season, not early.
Yeah, and like I said, you had 13 minutes. MBT was in at quarterback. Your defense could have got a 2-0, 3-0, whatever it was, and then you still have so much time in that game. And then he goes for a 2-point conversion early on the first touch. He doesn't go out for the second. And then there's 90 seconds left, and he punts out of his end zone. Like, at that point, who cares if you lose by 10 or 17?
Yeah, I know,
right?
yeah.
Like, you got to look to stay alive. Yeah. So, in terms of Mark Killam, he's been around the game. I mean, he's a veteran of the game, but head coaching is a different role.
Buck stops with you now.
You make all those decisions, and some decisions were not the best, and they'll learn from it. They'll be better, of course. And like someone said on the morning show as well, like there's no one on the staff that's been a head coach where you can go for, hey.
Yeah.
So they'll all have to come together. There's a lot of experience. Don't get me wrong, a lot of CFL experience there. I also like when the Fajardo question, he's like, no.
Yeah, just stomp it in the dirt now, right?
Tre's
our guy.
Tre's our guy. We're gonna roll with him. Obviously, if this thing continues into week 6, 7, 8, then obviously you might see a change. But I like that they're sticking with him. He has to play, and we said it. It's gonna go like this with Tre for now. But
so we got the Bombers next, right?
Yes.
And then Ottawa after that. So
then Ottawa, BC.
Like, there's something to play against the best too, right?
100%.
And
Tre's up for it, man. Like, I was listening to his presser, and he's like, "Yeah, we got to be like. There was a few good things, but we got to be better. We got to start better. Like, they're owning it, which is like they're not making excuses. They're just saying we got to start better. We got to have long drives. We got to score. So I like that they're sticking with them. Winnipeg's going to be a tough test. 100% it is. But Winnipeg will be on a short week because they play Saturday and they got to play Thursday. The only difference is they're at home. They got no travel, so it makes it a little easier. But the Elks got a lot of time now to prep for Winnipeg. So that's there. And then the question by Brian Swain, like, this is why I'm saying, like, I always temper when it's garbage time in any sport, Joaquin. because he said 6 points in the first 3 quarters, 22 in the fourth.
Yeah.
And then Mark said it too. He goes, well, I got to look at the film because I got to look what Montreal was doing.
What they were doing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Were they being as aggressive as they were in the first 2 quarters?
Time points, yeah.
So interesting. 0-2 for the Edmonton Elks. The Owls moved to 3-0. It looks like it was a hamstring for Davis Alexander, but I guess on the broadcast it said it was more precautionary. At that point, why risk it?
Well,
because he looked fine walking.
But you see how he felt something kind of go, right? And it was like, I don't know. Have you ever like sprinted and busted something?
Well, I pulled my groin,
like,
or my hammy, like soccer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like you can feel it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. And it's hard because usually you're going pretty quick and you're trying to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he's okay. But he was still kind of gingerly walking. I think you probably wouldn't see him next week. But
don't risk it, right? He's far too valuable. He's a hell of a player, man.
Those 2 bombs he threw in the first quarter.
Well, and the one that was wide open.
Yeah, well, they were all wide open.
No, but the Sneed one.
Well, what was the first one?
He was like jumping.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah. But who was the one in the first? I thought his head came off. Like I was like, they went down, and I go, oh my gosh. No, at first I thought it was the ball. Then I thought it was his helmet. I was like, what happened? I go, how did he change? His head came off and he still held on to the ball.
I think it was Rambo.
Was it Rambo?
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, fumble.
Yeah, I thought, get the ball. But yeah, what a catch.
Yeah, that's a good team, man. Probably the best receiving core in the league.
What a name, Rambo, too.
Yeah, they were missing their number 1 running back, but the other guy filled in admirably, and their defense is legit, man. Like, that's a good team. You got to give them credit. The Elks head to Winnipeg now to get a few days off here before returning to the field. And we keep hoping the best for them. Of course we do. I have a lot of buddies down there. I want them to do well. I'm always going to be cheering the green and gold on. But we got to break down the game and we got to be honest in our assessment. And that first half is something they need to improve on. Obviously a lot better in the second half, but there's a lot of context that has to go into it. The injury to Davis, what Montreal did defensively and offensively, kind of playing the safe game as well. And you heard Killam say that too. Like, I got to watch the film because maybe they weren't being as aggressive. So we march on with the green and gold. We'll do more in Inside the Numbers. We'll look at the stats and all that fun stuff. But up next, we'll talk Oilers. Stan Bowman, Kris Knoblauch met with the media today. There's rumblings. There's news. Jonathan Toews seems to found a new home. Or an old home. Oh, how about that? Hey, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. Keep hammering that thumbs up. If you're listening, iHeart, TuneIn, radio apps, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, just slide on over and give us a thumbs up on this Friday. We continue the sports talk here on EST Afternoons. After the break, here's Koob Sports Update.
Oilers general manager Stan Bowman spoke this morning, mentioning that he expects to have some changes to the team, highlighting that goaltending and forwards will be evaluated the most. Meanwhile, 37-year-old Jonathan Toews is coming home to Winnipeg as he's set to sign a 1-year deal worth $2 million base salary on July 1st with the Jets, having $5 million in bonuses available. Toews hasn't played a game since the 2022-23 season out in Chicago. And according to Sportsnet, Ilya Samsonov of the Golden Knights will hit the free market after the 28-year-old went 16-9-4 with an .891 save percentage last year. On the field, the Riders and Argos meet kickoff at 5:30 for the Red Blacks. It's Drew Brown out tomorrow against the Stamps. Dustin Crum gets a start for Ottawa. Plus, the Jays and White Sox have their series opener. Spencer Turnbull is Toronto's starter. First pitch at 5:07, and right now it's the Mariners trailing the Cubs 3-1 in the 4th inning. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. More Oilers discussion on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Koob Kubusch, keeping you in the loop.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Let's get to Chris Johnson. Austin Matthews is the same agent. Connor McDavid doesn't mean it's the same solution that works for him individually, but Matthews signed a 5-year deal and then a 4-year deal in Toronto. That range probably makes sense. It gives the Oilers some security knowing they have him and Draisaitl locked up, but it also doesn't lock him into a forever thing in case maybe the organization doesn't trend in the direction he'd like.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, presented by South Ford Chevrolet. Weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Just like the boys of summer keep their gear in top shape, you can keep your stuff safe with Sentinel Storage.
Hit a home run with Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Sunday through Thursday, 9 p.m. to close, head to the Banquet and dive into Banquet burgers, sushi tacos, nachos, and more. Late night bites, big flavors, and epic deals. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
What's up, y'all? Second segment here. Oh boy, how you doing, Nasties? Let us know. Come on in. Don't be afraid. It's gonna be a very chill show. People are like, "That's not what we want. We want some rage.
We want chaos."
I know you want to talk Oilers. Fine, we'll talk Oilers. Knoblauch, really, not much to get to. I mean, the nice guy. I did like when they had brought up his lookalike, the pastor. He goes,
really?
Yeah, he's very handsome.
I think he looks like Pop Pop.
Coach K's got jokes.
You know who Pop Pop is?
No, I don't.
Koob, you know who Pop Pop is?
No.
No? Did neither of you watch Stranger Things?
No.
Watched up until the second season.
Matthew Modine. Pop Pop.
Sure.
The guy that gives him powers. The guy that runs the kids.
Voldemort?
Look up Matthew Modine.
Voldemort?
No, that's
I have no idea who you're talking
Matthew Modine.
Nah, not really.
Well, now he does. Like, look at him a little bit with the gray hair. Can't tell me that doesn't look.
No.
Oh, come on. It's Pop Pop. Anyway, what do you have to say? What Pop Pop have to say?
Hey, slam that thumbs up, man. Okay, man? Oh, we're mailing it in today. Good thing Dusty's on the way to the airport. Oh, the big galoot. Did you hear about his coaching debut yesterday in baseball?
Oh, no, I didn't.
He had to take over. They lost 13-11.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I think he had to come in because I think at one point, like, the coach has to come in and throw like a soft kind of underhand, and he struck out Marshall.
Really? Tommy Lasorda?
Yeah, he didn't mean to, but I was listening to the story. And then he got the stink guy from Marsh and Tammy. Like, what are you doing? You don't strike out your own son.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's 0-1 as the top dog.
Well, that's good. I'm glad the father of the year got knocked down a few pegs.
Oh, that's a good story, though. Good stuff. Okay. I want to get to the most important quote that we saw from Stan Bowman. He says he likes his defense. He's probably going to stand pat there. Okay. With Ek, Bouch, Nurse, Wallman, Emberson, Stetcher, Josh Brown.
But if
because they're not bringing Klimber back. Let's just be clear.
No. But if something presents itself, they got to jump on it.
Well, that's what he said, Gage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because Bouch is going to get 11. Nurse is untradeable, one, because he has no movement, and he makes 9.25. Ekholm, sure, keep him. Why not? Wallman, he's under contract for a year. So is Stetcher. So is Emberson, who just signed an extension, right?
Yeah, he's 1-3. So.
Yeah, and you got Josh Brown for 2 more years. So you're set with your 7. I'm just going to have fun this summer. I don't care. He says his primary focus will be forwards and goaltending. Interesting.
Really?
Says he wants to look at different kind of players for his forward group, get a little younger.
I'm not saying the defense is bad, okay? Like, let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
But don't you think it needs to get some upgrades here?
But where, Gager? Like, Ekholm's still good. Bouch is...
I don't know, man. I'm not a GM, but I look at it and I think it needs to be better. You said the other day, Matthias said that the Vikings, almost time for a Viking funeral here. Like, he's getting up there in age. It's not going to get any better at this point. How are you doing with that?
Well, it just almost came up. No, I see what you're saying, Joaquin, but unfortunately, with 9 no movement clauses and no money, you gotta get a little picky here, and it can only go with a few options.
Well, let's save the defense for another day. Then I'll let it slide today. I'm not saying it's bad, but I just, the recency bias of watching the Panthers D and how they shut down 2 of the best players in the game and didn't give him a sniff.
I forgot about Kulak.
Well, of course you keep Kulak.
Yeah, he's a steady Eddie of the group.
He's great. Sign him for 8.
It's not good. Oh, God. Don't get me started, man. I felt bad yesterday about my rant.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I was too harsh.
No, you weren't.
Okay, so the defense is fine. They got their 8 guys, okay? They got Bouch, Ekholm, Wallman, Nurse, Emberson, Kulak, Josh Brown, and Troy Stetcher. That's the 8. Whether you like it or not. Goaltending. Have we seen Skinner's last game in an Oiler uniform?
I think so.
Yeah. But I don't know where you're going for a goalie. I truly don't.
Noodles brought it up. And it might be a sideways move with goaltending, right?
Like,
well, okay, whatever. But it's just a change. And I think there's something to different. I know it's basically a cookie cutter style, but there's different ways guys play, right? With the defense of the Edmonton Oilers, I think a goaltender that plays a slightly different style might suit the team better.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, and granted, I don't know what that style is, but I'm making poor comparisons. But let's just look at 2 different goaltenders. Let's look at the 2 goalies from the 4 nations. So Aiden Hill and Jordan Binnington, right? Binnington, a little bit more aggressive, plays at the top of the crease, great movement, like lateral movement, fiery character. It's different. Aiden Hill, more big guy, uses body, sits way back in his net. If you were to give me the choice, and it has nothing to do with their success of what they've done, but I would say that a goalie that plays like Binnington would be much better suited for the game that the Edmonton Oilers play than Aiden Hill. And I'm not taking anything away from how good they both are, right? So this is the job of the this requires a lot of research, actually, just to see how these guys play within their defensive structures, right? Is that going to work a little bit better? I think one of the things that hinders, and it's just an area of the game, and it's not hugely important, but when Pickard is in net, there is a distinct advantage with his puck handling ability opposed to Stuart Skinner. If Stuart Skinner doesn't put tape on his stick this summer and come back with tape on his stick, I'm going to lose it. But that's an area, right? Mike Smith was here for a few years. He was able. You heard those guys, and there was a blip here or there, but he was able to stop the puck behind the net consistently, move it effectively, tape to tape. Stuart Skinner doesn't have that tool in his tool shed, and I think, especially against a team like the Florida Panthers with dump ins and things like that, if you can have a goalie that's a good puck handling goaltender and can sometimes alleviate the forecheck of another team, that's a huge advantage to a team.
Yeah, it's.
What are we talking about here? I went on a tangent.
Goaltending. Because I'm seeing a lot of Bennington and Swayman, but I think we got to deal in reality here, Gage. Like, where are the Oilers going to fit in 8.25? How much cap room do the Oilers have?
11.9.
Okay, so they're giving 10 to Bush and 4 to Frederic. That's 14. We're minus $3 million right now. And people want to go out and get Jeremy Swayman. How? Please, tell me. It's not realistic, people. And I don't know why St. Louis would get rid of Jordan Bennington.
No, they were they almost went to the second round this year.
Yeah, it's. I'm intrigued.
They were second and a half away from the second round.
Okay, do you think it's automatic get Skinner out, or do they move on from picks?
This is the thing. If I look at trade value, who do you value more actually for a team that's looking for? I haven't even looked to think what teams would actually be looking for a young goaltender.
Well, what if because if you're getting Skinner, you're looking for a starter or a guy that can push your starter pick, or you're getting just a legit backup.
That's what I mean. Yeah. That's why I think his trade value is actually more, because how many teams already have their number one, but need that safety valve if something goes wrong. And over the past 2 years, I don't think there's been a better backup than Calvin Pickard.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think it's going to come through trade. There's no way you're going to the UFA crop of goalies, because then that's even worse than just going sideways. So you're going backwards.
So free agents. You'd be looking at UFAs, I'm assuming, right?
So you said the Oilers had 11 million?
11.9, yes.
Okay, so 11.9. So then it's about 3. Because Penner's Pancake says, wait, you trade Kane 5.1, Arvidsson 4 million. That's 9 million. But then you're minus 3 million, so then you only have 6 million. You still can't afford Swayman. And you still got to build. You still got to get forwards, right? It's. Do you run it back with Skinner and Pickard one last time? We're not talking about Pickard, who's been in Skinner, who's been in the league for 10 years.
So you have Husso, Allen, Vanacek, Georgiev, Forsberg. You dust Marc-Andre Fleury's old bones off and wheel him on in here. Vladar, Ilya Samsonov, James Reimers. He's old too. Or Big Save Dave.
Oh, God, no.
Who does anyone on that list pop for you?
No. Not one, man. I think people are just want to see another goalie, so they'll take anyone right now, but careful what you wish for, is what I say. Like, if you want an upgrade on Stuart Skinner, get an upgrade on Stuart Skinner. I said the same thing last year when Vinny left and they traded Ceci. Sure, I agreed with those moves. But at the time, they didn't get players that were better than them.
No.
Right?
Not at all.
So Savoy we'll get to the forwards, but this goaltending stuff's interesting because is it Skinner or is it Pickard? Because I'm not fully convinced that they're ready to move on from Skinner, because if they bring in a goalie who's a little bit older and who's a legit number one, it doesn't mean Skinner's not going to get games. They're going to go 1A, 1B situation like Olaf Kolzak told us last week, right? That's where the NHL is kind of trending towards, outside of the Vasilevskis and those guys, right? So
you got to pay those guys $10 million.
Like, we got to stop with the Swayman stuff, guys. It's not realistic. What money? And say, well, Stan Bowman, yeah, he has a lot of work cut out for him, but he's can't perform miracles, man. Like, it's, you move Kane, you move Arvidsson, sure, but all that money's going to Bouch.
CC's available.
It's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. We'll get to the forward group here as we go along here on EST Afternoons. Dusty said he is listening to get her crap together. And it's picking up. It's picking up. We start talking Oilers and the views bounce right back up. What do you think? Skinner or Pickard? Who moves on? And who do you bring in? And let's go with realistic targets. Let's look at the UFA list. Let's look at potential trade targets that could fit within the salary cap of the Edmonton Oilers. Do you know what I mean?
You know, there's been a lot of discussion, and this is a hot topic, obviously, but what's the status, depending on the status of Carter Hart, and if they're willing to do something like that?
I wouldn't go there. That's just me. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but I would not go there. Sorry.
Yeah,
that's not an option for me. You move on. I'm not opposed to running back. I'm not. Skinner's going into his 4th year.
I know.
All right, guys, coming up next, it's becoming one of your favorite segments of the week. It's Zach to the Future with our guy Koob. And then in the second hour, we'll continue to talk Elks. We'll continue to talk Oilers. I got, who is it on the inbox? Hersey wants to talk some NASCAR. I'll dabble in that for you, bud. I'll dabble in that. But you got to hit the thumbs up. All right? And Joaquin, did you know the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino?
Which afternoon inbox? Our afternoon inbox?
Our afternoon inbox. Check out Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off, 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. Zach to the Future on the other side of the break. Here's Koob Sports Update.
Edmonton's head coach Kris Knoblauch and general manager Stan Bowman answered some media questions this morning. Bowman highlighting that the team will evaluate its goaltending and forward group, saying that, quote, the defense will have the least number of changes. From Winnipeg, Jonathan Toews is coming back to the NHL. He's set to sign with the Jets on a 1-year deal. Toews hasn't played a game since 2023 with the Blackhawks, having the 37-year-old get $2 million base salary with $5 million in bonuses. And for the Knights, UFA Ilya Samsonov is expected to hit free agency, according to Sportsnet. The 28-year-old going 16-9-4 last season. And CFL action has Saskatchewan visit Toronto, kickoff at 5:30. Elsewhere, Dustin Crum is a confirmed starter for the Red Blacks tomorrow. Drew Brown ruled out against the Stamps. And in Toronto, the Jays and White Sox go head-to-head for their series opener. Spencer Turnbull gets the ball for the Jays with the game starting just after 5. And live right now in the 5th inning, it's Seattle down 4-2 against the Cubs in Chicago. And also in action are the Riverhawks. They play the Apple Sox. Listen to the full game on any of EST's audio streams coverage starting just after 7. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. It's Zach to the Future. Hernan and Joaquin test my 80s and 90s knowledge. I'm Zachary Koob, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
And I was thinking, I'm like, okay, let's take a step back and look at the big picture with Trent Frederic. People were clamoring for him going into it. They need to get bigger. They need tougher. They need to go get Trent Frederic. They went and got Trent Frederic. And then they get a taste of him, like Maddie was saying, maybe at like 55, 60%. And they're like, oh, we don't need Trent Frederic.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
River Cree Resort and Casino proudly presents Ian Munsick. Long live Calgary. July 5th, live in the venue.
All horses are fast.
Country fans, you don't want to miss an evening with Ian Munsick, a stampeding, spirited celebration of romance, ranch life, family, and forever young fun. Tickets on sale now at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc, we're the experts you need to know.
Welcome back to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Hammer that thumbs up. Hit us up on the NASA Chat River Cree inbox 780-218-9999. I'm having some issues here finding my clips, Joaquin. They disappeared on me. I don't know what I did.
Well, sometimes when you're surfing certain sites on your computer,
it's not that. I think I found them. Yeah, I did. All right. Ready to roll? Let's test the board. Oh. All right.
Okay, we can hear it.
I just got a text our young brilliant producer here. Real quick here. I'm sending him a name. I switched it up. I went with actor names now. Because I'm running out of sports names. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just lazy. It's a good one, though, Joaquin. Very good.
You're telling me Sharbola Magomedov?
You know all the UFC guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's get going. Zach's only failed once. He's done an excellent job so far.
He's not failing today either.
You think they're easy?
Yeah.
Well, for you. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll see.
Okay. Koob is a very smart kid, though.
These are non-alcoholic too.
This coconut?
Yeah. Got Hernan some coconut water, sparkling water.
Yeah. Hey, Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up 3-6. Reed's coming in hot. I'll tell you that much.
You know I have a record in Sweden.
Of what?
Shutout streak.
Really?
It's 100. I don't know why this popped up on my computer, but I must have had it marked and I clicked it by accident.
Yeah.
It was 163 minutes.
Nice.
In playoffs.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Well, you're the man.
I didn't even know. Well, I knew it went a long time. I didn't know it was a record.
Wow. Only 25 thumbs up, man. Holy man. We have stalled.
That's it?
45. Sorry. Koob, you ready?
I'll post this.
I think
Watch this.
so.
I'll post my the article to my Twitter.
Did you ever find that crazy Canadian?
No,
article?
they deleted it from YouTube.
All right, let's get going here. Gage, you want to start us off, bro?
Yeah, sure, bro.
Okay, bro.
Koob, are you ready?
No.
Jesus.
Yes.
How many Karate Kid movies are there?
Do people even watch the Karate Kid movies?
What?
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
See, but they've done so many, like, I must say this, terrible shows, reruns. I never watched any of them.
Then
you only need the one Karate Kid, okay? You don't need to redo it.
The first two were awesome.
Aha, see?
Even
I'm
the
digging
third was
something up.
okay.
It was okay.
The third one, this is excluding television shows, though, right? And series?
Yes, movies.
Specifically movies.
That's
Okay.
that was
so
in the
they had
question.
1,
Did I say
2,
TV, Coop?
3.
Did I say TV?
I'm going to go. They
I
tried to
said
milk
movie.
it. So I'm going to say 5. Final answer.
Are you sure?
Sure. There we go.
Bugger.
Damn it.
That was a pure guess.
See, if you need 5 Karate Kid movies, what are you doing?
They should
it's
have
a
stopped at
Jurassic
3.
Park. I'm fired up, boys.
They should
That
have
new
stopped at
Jurassic
1.
World. How many Jurassic Worlds do they have?
And the reason I'm saying this is that back in 1986 on this day, Karate Kid Part 2 was released in theaters when he goes to Japan with Mr. Miyagi.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the storm hit and he had to go save the father of his enemy?
He still had to do it because the guy came back. That was great.
That was dope.
Man,
All right,
dope.
1 for 1.
Let's go.
See if Coop gets this one.
I didn't like it because he cheated on what's her face though.
Oh, on
Ooh.
Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Well, not that I'm going to watch it anyway.
Yeah.
He found a new love interest, Coop.
Which Disney animated movie became the first in history to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars?
Best picture. What year was it?
Come on.
I don't know. Let me look it up. Well,
Okay. Is it a fantasy Disney movie?
You can't ask us
Oh,
questions.
yeah.
What are you doing? This isn't Pictionary.
So the first one to win Best Picture?
nominated.
Oh, charades. I'm
Nominated.
thinking charades.
Okay. So is this a Disney specific movie or is it a Disney Pixar film?
No!
Just a Disney animated movie.
They're all Disney.
The Lion King. Final answer.
Oh, you suck.
Beauty and the Beast
Oh, you
in
suck.
1992.
That was my guess. That was my next guess. That was my second guess.
All right.
Damn.
I've never seen that. I should watch that.
I've never watched it either. Here is your video game clip.
Is this Tecmo again?
No.
Probably the greatest console game of all time.
NHL 94. Oof. Oh boy, that's terrible. I'm going to go NHL 94. Final answer.
Oh,
I've heard that plenty of
Little
times around the
bugger.
house.
God, did I love that. I was playing junior in Portland, and we got paid, and I had to save up my allowance to go get a Sega Genesis system and buy the game. And I just could not believe. It was like I was playing the actual game. It was great.
awesome.
It was awesome.
Give me a sec here, gents, please, if you don't mind.
Because I think on the new games you can play 94, but with the current rosters, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And you could go old school rosters too. Like there's all-time rosters as well.
But it would be cool to play as the Oilers with McDavid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd play that.
I'm trying to. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Having issues, like I told you, with this stupid thing.
What is the stupid thing that we're talking about? I can hear it. He's just doing some work.
Here we go. No, it
NHL
keeps doing
94
the
is pretty
same
good, though.
thing.
There hasn't been a good NHL in a few years now. Like 25 is the most
Aren't
recent
they all
one.
the same now?
They try and be all the same, but they make changes that actually
my
make the
computer.
game worse. Like they try
Really?
and add new movement, which 10 years ago they had a similar thing. So
Yeah.
they'd revert some things and then try and re-add it. And it's just not the same.
'Cause
Like,
now it's just dual joysticks that you play with, right? Is there any buttons?
yeah, joysticks. There's buttons for like deeks and stuff like
Oh, is
that,
there?
but then they've even made those easier now.
Oh, okay.
So they've simplified it a bit. Like the peak of the game was like NHL 12. I know you've played all the 90s ones and stuff like that, but like NHL 12, there was a lot of movements that you could do
You're really
that
aging me
still
here,
aren't
Coop.
in the games today, like the newer ones.
Well, can't you like do the Michigan now in them and stuff like that?
Yeah, but like that's cool, but like you don't see that a lot. You know what I mean? The one big thing that they added was, I don't know how they specified Quinn Hughes' skating ability and his edge work,
okay.
where he can kind of do the mohawk.
Oh, really?
And they made it so the movement's more dynamic and McDavid feels like McDavid now, but they already had that like 12 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And they just forgot to add that. In the
I mean, the
next few
biggest thing
games.
in the I think you could break the glass. That was always great.
Yeah.
Use Al McInnes to break the glass.
You could do that again now.
And then when blood came out, then they had to remove it. And all it was like pixelated blood when you hit Gretzky because he always got injured in every game.
I don't know. Tikkanen would be right there.
I don't know what's going on, boys, but I can't. Well, my clips, like I put them into the system and they keep disappearing.
Do I get a free passing grade then?
No.
Is this like the teacher who made the wrong,
Okay, here's
asked
your
the wrong
song.
question, had the wrong answer?
I'm going to try it a different way, okay?
All right.
You try.
Got nothing but time, buddy. Hey, everyone if you think Hernan's going to get things done, we have 141 watching right now.
This is terrible.
If he gets this going, you all have to hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, here we
How
go.
about that?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to throw this computer pretty soon.
I'll take it. It's like...
Okay, here it
way
is.
too expensive.
Okay, so you're 2 for 3. Here's Guess the Song, okay? Say goodbye. Well, I love you till the end.
I actually have zero clue.
For real?
No clue what that song is.
You want to take a...
I almost gave it
Marvin
to you.
Gaye.
Ooh.
Uh,
Try again. I'll give you another.
well, that's the only guess I have. That's the only guess I have. What? What is it?
End of the Road.
End of the road.
Boys to Men.
Okay.
You have
I
no
hate
idea.
Boys to Men. You know why?
Why do you hate Boys to Men?
They tried to pick up my wife in their airport. I'm not lying. My wife was coming to see me. I was in Europe, and she was standing, and these guys came over, and they were like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was good. He goes, "Where you off to?" Well, I'm gonna go visit my boyfriend in Europe, and he goes, "You know what? Why don't you come with us? It'd be a lot more fun."
Oh.
They were offering to take her.
Jeez.
I was like, "Geez, why didn't you go?"
Send me a postcard.
Yeah. And she's been holding it over my head ever since.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I know any other song from Boys to Men.
All right, we're going to do something new. We're going with iconic brand sounds. So we're going to play a sound, and you got to tell us what that brand is, okay?
That's good. Okay.
Here we go. Would you like to hear it again?
Is that FX Studios?
You want to hear it again?
I can't believe you don't know that. Dun, 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 dun.
Because I don't know what kind of brand is it, though? Like, is it like a software brand? Is it a sports brand? Is it a
You can
video
use your
game brand?
lifeline.
Is it...
Everyone will know.
Oh, yeah, you have a lifeline. Or you might want to say it for your movie clip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saving it for. I'm good losing these ones, but I got to get the movie.
Here, let me
right
play it
every
for you
time.
again, young man.
Okay.
Just think.
I'm thinking. Because it sounds like a TV turning on. Oof, that's tough. But FX Studios, final answer.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Gager, give it to him.
What was it?
Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. So many good shows that came from this network, Koob. HBO.
Oh, I never watch HBO. Yeah. Who watches HBO anymore, guys? Isn't there like Finding Aliens or something like that?
Yeah, you know what?
There's no news on there.
You know that sound? It's always like two shows when it's like 20th Century Fox. I always think it's Star Wars when I hear it, just because when I was a kid, that's what it was. But that is Sex and the City and The Sopranos.
Yeah. For me, it's Entourage.
Entourage? Oh,
Yeah.
Those are good.
All shows I've never seen in my life.
Okay, Koob is 2 for 5. He needs to get the next two right.
Oh
and he
my
still
God.
has his lifeline.
This is bad.
Here is your movie clip for today. I don't know why I'm yelling, but here we go.
That I was somebody.
Oh, you are so full of crap. You're 5 feet nothing, 100 and nothing, and you got hardly a speck of athletic ability. And you hung in with the best college football team in the land for 2 years. And you're also going to walk out of here with a degree
Well, it's one of the various football movies that you guys use. So
Koob's like, was that my coach?
No, my coach was never that good. He said, Zach, you can't skate, so you're going to get planted right in front of the net and have your stick down on the ice. And
That was
that's
Coach
about it.
Carl.
I guess I'm going to use my lifeline. Embarrassing.
Okay.
Who are you going to call? Who are you going to call?
Ghostbuster. Jay.
Oh, Jay.
Oh, will Jay get this?
Yeah, Jay will get it.
I have zero clue. I don't watch football movies. I don't watch sports movies.
He thought it was his actual coach.
Rudy, final answer.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's Jay.
Doesn't
it's Jay of the day.
You have
He's
never.
Jay.
You have never watched Rudy?
I've never heard of Rudy.
For a guy named Jay.
Yeah.
Yay, Jay.
Believe in me.
Oh, can you play that?
Believe in me.
That's his banger. It's a banger.
Honestly, Koob, though, I recommend you watch Rudy. I think you'd really like it.
What is it? Jerry Maguire or Jeremy Maguire?
No, it's Rudy.
As well. There's so many other sports. There's so many other sports movies I haven't seen.
If you don't cry watching Rudy, you're dead inside.
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
Okay, your final one. This actor is absolutely fantastic. He's been in a lot of great movies, especially in the 90s. Well, actually, I shouldn't say
Danny DeVito.
Here is the name that you need to know.
Oh, what is the name? Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I was looking at this. It looks like it's DJIMONHOUNSOU. Damon Hunsu. Damon Hunsu. Final answer.
Say it again.
Damon Hunsu. Final answer.
Yeah, this is how you say it.
Jaimin Hunsu. Well, you know.
Jaimin Hunsu.
I thought it was Dijon Hunsu.
Looks like Dijon mustard, yeah.
And so that was wrong by Koob, right?
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's wrong. That's half a point, though. I got the last name.
Is that a fail?
That's a fail. That might be my second ever fail.
Should you give him half a point, though?
No. Oh, we got part of it.
I got the last name, right?
Yeah.
I got half of the first name right as well.
So he just passed.
He just passed.
3.5
No.
over 7.
That can't be a pass. Take that half point away. I don't deserve it.
Okay, he failed.
Do you know who Jimon Hansu is?
Nope.
In The Gladiator.
Never watched it.
Blood Diamond.
Never watched it.
He's in the Gran Turismo.
Never watched it.
He's the
Amistad?
dad. Yeah. He's a great actor, man.
He's in Shazam. You ever see Shazam?
No. Blood
Is that the one
Diamond's
with
awesome.
Robin Williams?
With Leo.
Is that one in there?
Well, it's not awesome, but it's
Not
a good movie.
awesome.
It's a good movie, though.
What else is he in that I really like?
You can be in Rudy.
You know
for all I know.
how he got famous too?
No.
He got into Paris, France, and just started doing modeling.
Really?
Yeah.
He's awesome, man.
Yeah, he's a good looking dude.
Koob, good job. You passed. 3.5 out of 7.
Guardians of the Galaxy, right, Max? I was trying to think of the other one.
50%, Koob. Good job.
There's no way that should be a pass. Well, you guys got to make it like 55,
And you thought it was going to be
55.
easy.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know movies, guys. I don't watch sports
That
movies.
goes to show you, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Unless it's about sports.
Although you've come. What a song. Takes me back to grade 7, brother. Till the end of
Almost lost my wife
road.
to those guys. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for bringing that
I
up.
can't let you go. You belong to me. Okay, we got to get out here. We're really late. Here's Koob. Oh, no. In the second hour, I don't know what we're going to do. We'll talk about something, all right? We're back after the break. Hey, first, portion this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. Make your birthday legendary at the CBH. Epic food, killer drinks, and a vibe you can't beat. Plus, get free nachos with our app. Book your party now at the Canadian Brew House. Our house is your house. Slam those thumbs up. We're back after the break.
The Lock Shop.
Yeah, hey, we are going to go to the new home of Jonathan Toews as he comes home to Winnipeg. Let's bring in Huss from Winnipeg Sports Talk.
I mean, this is huge, man. This guy's going straight into the Hall of Fame day one that he's able to be in. He's the most successful, decorated player that Winnipeg has ever produced. In my opinion, there's zero chance that Jonathan Toews is coming back if he doesn't think that he can be an impactful player and help a team win.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Get ready for the ultimate showdown, June 20th and 21st at Red Torque Raceway's Western Cup. Catch the Alberta Modifieds late models and other high-powered machines on the oval in a spectacular display of speed, skill, and sideways racing action. The Western Cup, a true celebration of dirt track racing at its finest for all ages. June 20th and 21st at Red Torque Raceway, just off Highway 2 and Highway 19 at the Edmonton International Airport. Tickets and info at radraceway.com.
Celebrate your birthday at the Banquet Bar. Enjoy great drinks, amazing vibes, and unforgettable memories. Download the Banquet app and get a free pizza pie on your birthday. Book your party today at thebanquetbar.com.
You know Dawn. Everyone knows Dawn. Dawn from
Frontier Cartage. That's right, it's me, Dawn from Frontier Cartage, where we're setting the standard for cartage service in Edmonton and beyond, offering city cartage, Alberta highway, short haul deck, and more. My team and I are bringing our years of industry experience and expertise to every mile.
Join Dawn and her boys in a new chapter in transportation excellence, dedicated to exceptional service. Call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Edmonton's general manager Stan Bowman had one last press conference this morning to end the season. Bowman touching on Connor McDavid's possible extension, saying that, quote, whenever he's ready, we'll dive into that. And Bowman also added that, quote, the defense will have the least number of changes, also highlighting that the team will explore possible goaltending adjustments. In other news, Jonathan Toews and the Jets are set to sign a one-year deal, with Toews making his return to the NHL for the first time since 2023. The 37-year-old is a hometown boy from Winnipeg and is expected to get a $7 million contract, $5 million in bonuses, $2 million base salary. The lone CFL game has the Riders and Argos clashing at 5:30, while from Ottawa, Dustin Crum has been named the starter for tomorrow's game in Calgary. Drew Brown ruled out again for the Red Blacks against the Stamps. Baseball has Toronto host Chicago. The Jays give Spencer Turnbull the ball, with the White Sox naming Grant Taylor their starter. Action gets going at 7:05 or 5:07. Right now in the sixth inning, the Cubs lead the Mariners 4-2. Back in Edmonton, the Riverhawks played the Apple Sox just after 7. Listen to the entire game on any VST's audio streams. Check out the full schedule at edmontonsportstalk.com. I'm Zachary Koob Kubusch. That was your sports update. The second hour of EST Afternoon starts right now.
209, welcome back. Hour 2, EST Afternoons, live from the William Huff Studios. Joaquin Gage, Zach Kubish, Hernan Salas. Slam that thumbs up. Let's get to 100 on this Friday. If you'd like to listen or are listening, it's are you on iHeart, tune in, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Just slide on over and slam that thumbs up. If you're watching us, thank you. We appreciate it. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. That was fun. I really enjoy singing. I don't think anyone else enjoys my singing, though.
You're not bad at it.
Unless it's La Bamba. No. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. But Boys to Men, man, what a group. What a group.
was funny because yesterday at the game, I went to the bathroom. And, you go into the men's bathroom at Commonwealth. It's pretty quiet in there, right? So, and the game hasn't even started. Or did it start? I don't think it started yet. And guys come in, and I'm there relieving myself. And my back's to the door, right? And I hear these guys come in, and I'm like, oh, my God. Like, they're that greased. Like, they're just loud and obnoxious. And I turn around, and it's Jason, it's Corey, and Vierna Montenegro. I'm like, oh, and they didn't recognize me at first. So I'm just kind of staring at these guys, and they were like, oh, hey, we were wondering if we'd run into you. So they were all there. Good to see them.
Yeah, I didn't see. I think I met Dave in Section T. And I didn't see many nasties yesterday.
That was good. It's good to see him.
It's great. Some other news around the league, the NHL. Jonathan Toews sounds like he's going to the Winnipeg Jets. What do you think? I
got it here.
I don't think that pushes them over.
$2 million.
$2 million, eh?
$2 million.
Is that official?
Yeah, it's in the Pedia. Just came in because it must have just. Toews signs a 1-year deal, $2 million with the Winnipeg Jets.
Look at that, eh? So he's 37 years old, Joaquin.
He's got $5 million in performance bonuses.
Okay. He hasn't played since the 2022-23 season where he had 31 points in 53 games. What do you think he can bring to a Winnipeg Jets team at 37 years old and not playing in a year or so?
Nothing.
Okay. Can he be their Corey Perry?
No, I'm not. I'm kidding. I think there's something.
Okay.
Right?
That better not be the Jets' second line center option, though. I still think they need an upgrade there.
Well, let's see. Let's see the Jets. Jets still have $24 million in cap space. So let's look. Who's Ehlers, Appleton, Tanev, still to sign. Velarde's an RFA. Kupari's an RFA. I can't remember this Morgan Barron. On D, they have just Hayden Fleury, and Dylan Sandberg's an RFA. So,
and that's a big one for them.
Yeah. Adam he's on the IR. Never mind. So, where does he fit in there? Because I really think that they need to find a way to get Ehlers.
They need a second line center, Joaquin.
Is it Toews?
You can run Nemesnikov is a hell of a player, but again, he's better suited to be on your third line. Because let's just say this, then you kind of bump everybody. That's the thing, right? Like, are you going to just throw Toews on that fourth line?
Well, so right now, obviously, it's Scheifele, your number one center.
100%.
Then you go
Nemesnikov. Seriously, though, that's the way they played in the playoffs.
I know, but you have Lowry too, right?
Yeah, but Lowry's
not a. So it's like you have a number one center and two
number threes.
The threes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. And I don't think Toews. Obviously, Toews 10 years ago, he's probably your number one center.
He's knocking Scheifele off.
I don't think he's top six material anymore.
Yeah, look, he feels good, no injuries, but he's 37 years old, man. Not having played, I mean...
That's what I mean.
I was watching him surfing. He looks pretty good on a surfboard. But that's not playing in the NHL.
Is there any chance for when he signs the contract July 1st or as he is set to sign in Winnipeg that he has a conditioning stint at all?
No.
He's signed, man.
Because I think Koob, what's going to happen, he gets to go to training camp, right? And play in exhibition games.
Yeah, he'll go testing. No, he'll have physicals, right?
Yeah.
To go through. So, and
do we know what was wrong with him?
He just stepped away.
He had But didn't he have? He had something.
Did he need to like? And I'm being honest here. I'm not joking. Like spiritually find himself or something.
There was a portion of that, but I think he had like a actual something. I want to say to the cellular level, but I can't remember if it was.
Yeah, it was a weird.
It was a weird thing.
Yeah,
he was losing weight and stuff, and he was dizzy. Like, remember that?
Yeah.
So, and they couldn't figure out. I think they kind of narrowed it down, and the only real cure for it was, I think, probably just time.
Well,
right?
Kristen Shilton from ESPN saying Jonathan Toews stepping away. He didn't re-sign. He's not fully retiring. This was back in 2023, of course. And she shared a post from Toews saying, Toews saying, I'm not fully retiring. However, the last few seasons have been difficult considering my health challenges. My focus is to give myself the time and space to fully heal and enjoy life to its fullest once again. Along the way, I met several people who have struggled with health issues pertaining to long COVID, chronic immune response syndrome, and other similar cases that are quite complex. I now recognize the importance of one day sharing the details of my health journey with you all.
Interesting. Yeah, so a lot of people in the National are saying long COVID. That's tough, man. It's unfortunate. He's a hell of a player. Obviously, we wish him well. It's going to be great. That's his hometown, isn't it?
Yeah. He's from Winnipeg.
Good for him. Good for the Jets. But I don't think, and obviously Jets fans can speak to it better than we can, but I don't think they're done. I don't think that's their solution to second line center.
No.
And I don't think, because someone put in there Velarde can play center, I don't think they want Velarde center, though. He's thriving on the right wing. Why would you make that move?
They looked pretty dominant. I mean, man, it's Toews $2 million. Why not take a flyer on that?
And if he hits his bonuses, you don't care because that means he's having a hell of a season.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Right?
It's probably a lot of playoff bonus stuff in there. I'm sure a portion of it is if they win the cup, he gets $1 million or something, So, if he hits all those bonuses, it probably means the Winnipeg Jets are at least in the Stanley Cup Finals next year. The very least.
Yeah, or competing there with the Oilers.
Like on the depth chart, it says he's the second line center, which, I don't know, is there another team in the NHL with a 37-year-old second line center?
The Oilers had a 40-year-old number one right winger.
That's a wing.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, Kopitar, good one, Koob.
Ooh.
Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
And Malkin one more season.
All right.
Gabriel Landeskog, he's not that old yet.
Brad Marchand. What did you make of Mason Marchment getting traded to the Kraken? That's a good player, man.
I liked him.
Yeah, he's got a nasty streak. He can score. He's big. And yes, I know Oilers fans, he wasn't very good in the playoffs, but he's a good player. Okay? Enough. He's 30 years old.
Doesn't get around well.
Yeah.
Right? But there is a mean streak to him, and he has scored.
Back-to-back 22-goal seasons, buddy.
Yeah. I find that he can be exposed with the foot speed.
Yeah, because he's a huge dude, man. He's, let's see here. He's 6'5", 212.
His old man was awesome.
Is he?
Brian Marchment's son.
Oh, I didn't know that. You got nice blue eyes, too.
My gosh, you get lost in those things.
Best eyes in the NHL.
Those are his mom's eyes.
Yeah.
His mom had eyes like that.
Yeah. Solid looking eyes.
We're captivated.
The Oilers finished and we're talking about players' eyes.
It might be something. Hey, Red Light is like, who has the nicest eyes
in the NHL?
I mean, I put Scheifele in there too.
Oh, yeah.
Those are great eyes.
Because we noticed when he got angry in that one game in the playoffs, I'm like, man, he has nice eyes.
I started hearing Barry White when that came on.
Oh, Gage, did you?
My wife started singing Boys to Men.
Oh, you know the afternoon inbox presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino?
Again, our afternoon inbox? Holy smokes.
780-218-9999. It's happy hour, 525 drinks.
What are we doing here?
From 9 to 7 p.m. 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Jesus, that's a long time. We're punch drunk now.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
That coconut water you gave me.
I don't know what's in that.
I think it had some funny juice in there. And Caster 99. Play Dallas Aikens Hungry Eyes. Kempe, someone says. Does Kempe have nice eyes?
Yeah, they're okay.
Oh, boy. I did want to get something. Oh, we're going to talk about the forward group. About the
After the break.
Stan Bowman talking about he wants to get a little younger, maybe change the dynamic of the group as well. We'll see how many more no movements he gives out.
Okay.
And we got to do inside the numbers for Play Alberta. We'll look back at the Elks game and the 3 games. Of course, our guy Dusty is heading to BC right now to do BC Winnipeg tomorrow. Looks like Rourke won't play. So if you're in fantasy or you're sprinkling some money on some CFL action on Play Alberta, keep that in mind tonight. It's Riders Argos. Looking forward to that one as well. And the NBA, man, Game 7, baby. How about the Pacers?
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Pacers blowing out the OKC Thunder last night. So continue to have fun here on this Friday. It's a little wacky here on EST Afternoons, but we're enjoying it, and we hope you are as well. And if you are, slam that thumbs up. Here's our guy Koob with your sports update. We're back after the break.
Oilers general manager Stan Bowman spoke this morning, mentioning that he expects to have some changes to the team, highlighting that goaltending and forwards will be evaluated the most. Meanwhile, 37-year-old Jonathan Toews is coming home to Winnipeg as he's set to sign a 1-year deal worth $2 million base salary, having $5 million in bonuses. And according to Sportsnet, Ilya Samsonov of the Golden Knights will hit the free market. And on the field, the Riders meet the Argos. Kickoff is at 6:30 for the Red Blacks. Drew Brown is out tomorrow against the Stamps. Dustin Crum gets a start for Ottawa. Plus, the Jays and White Sox have their series opener. Spencer Turnbull, Toronto's starter, first pitch at 5:07. Right now, the Mariners and Cubs are locked at 4-piece in the top of the 7th inning. And from Edmonton, the Riverhawks host the Apple Sox. Listen to the full game on any of EST's audio streams coverage starting just after 7. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. Catch the Edmonton Elks in action this season. Head to goelks.com to buy your tickets now and join the excitement at Commonwealth Stadium. The Elks play their next home game July 6th against the Red Blacks. Don't wait. Book your tickets today. Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage look at the Oilers forward group, dotting their I's and crossing their T's. I'm Zachary Koob, and you're up to date.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Neither you nor I know what it's like to be Connor McDavid. If you're him, okay, what did you just do? You spent the last 9 months fully committed to being a hockey player for the Edmonton Oilers. There are sacrifices, there are physical risks, there's travel, there's time away from family and loved ones. When he says no rush, I don't want people to think, well, why isn't he rushing? He can probably say, hey, let's talk August 15th.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Keep your team jersey and rally towel close by and help bring the championship home. For all your other treasures, store them with Sentinel Storage. Store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
River Cree Resort and Casino proudly presents Ian Munsick. July 5th, live in the venue. Country fans, you don't want to miss an evening with Ian Munsick, a stampeding, spirited celebration of romance, ranch life, family, and forever young fun. Tickets on sale now at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Everyone knows when you need a truck now, you call Dawn.
That's right. You call us, Frontier Cartage, when you need driver coverage or have a truck that's down.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you've got way more freight to move than you thought.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you need a truck that's available and ready to start anytime you need.
You call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826. 587-222-5826.
Got some gently used furniture or home goods that need a new home? Find Edmonton is here to help. Every month we furnish over 100 homes to those transitioning out of homelessness, and we need your gently used furniture and home goods. Drop off at 5120 122nd Street or call for free local pickup. Just visit findedmonton.com to learn how your donations can help create a home for someone in need. Plus, shop our thrift store, in-store or online, with proceeds benefit those moving out of homelessness through housing supports. Visit us at findedmonton.com. Find Edmonton, supporting our community one home at a time.
It's 2:27. Welcome back to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. What's up, y'all? Oh, boy. Like Hernan has his first weekend off in 10 months.
You're fired up, hey?
Fired up.
Man, don't ruin it.
I'm gonna have some serious wine tonight.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
After the run?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be in the camo pack?
No.
Just run around with the cup
run
and
right
run on your
after
back?
work. Gonna do about 13, 14K. Have a nice supper. Get
And
my
then
wine.
run?
No, I'll run before everything.
Oh, okay.
Because if I go home and you start cooking, and then when I cook, I want to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you want to talk about? No, I'm just kidding. The Edmonton Oilers forward group.
Okay.
So he wants to work on it, of course, and I think the top priority is obviously to get younger, and he said that as well. Kind of have different kind of players, different kind of attributes that they can bring. I think the big one for me, though, is you need to find guys for Draisaitl. And enough with let's see if this works. Like Bronco Nick throws Jack Roslovich and Pius Suter. Bronco, and I appreciate it. But Jack Roslovich never been a top six guy. And that's what I mean by, like, they got to stop bringing in guys hoping they can fit in with Dry. So I'd say no to Jack. Pius Suter, I mean, he played top six in Vancouver, did well, but I'm always weary about guys having good years on bad teams, and that's what happened there. You got to get some legitimate guys for him, or try Savoy there, or do something, right? I'm sure Savoy's going to get a long look, right?
Savoy?
Yeah, I think he's going to get a long look in camp to see if he can play in the top six. I mean, when he played up here, he did not look, he didn't look bad. He didn't look like he needed more season. It's a numbers game. They had more vets that were going to play over him. But where would you go, Gager? Because if we're looking at Puckpedia, which is depressing at times when you look at the Oilers, Jeff Skinner's not back. Kasperi Kapanen's not back. I highly doubt they'll bring Connor Brown back. Corey Perry's a 50-50 for me. Everybody keeps talking about David Tomasek. Like, guys, this guy for me is a long shot. Like, I wouldn't even put him in my top 12 right now. Max Jones is not. If Max Jones makes his team, he's the 13th, 14th forward. Do you agree with me that the main priority needs to be, once again, to find Draisaitl his wingers?
Yes, I do. There's a few guys. And I'm just looking on the younger side, right?
Yeah.
So there's Sam O'Reilly.
Sure.
You've got, is Hamblin kind of on? He's got one more year.
I think
is the ship sailed?
Yeah, ship has sailed.
Philp, I thought he looked quite good.
Fourth line.
Yeah. Fourth line center.
Yeah.
So Philp.
And I saw some people on Twitter throwing out Quinn Hudson. Like, guys, if he's in your starting lineup come to game one, we got problems. And nothing against him, but he's not.
He'd have to have a seriously good camp before that happens. And I'm kind of interested to see Boakey. Just who knows, right? Probably not for the next couple of years anyway. But you just, when you said talk about getting younger, see what you have too. I think that's part of the job of the GM as well. Like, see what you have going into next year. If one of those guys can come in and and actually surprise you in some respect, but you're most likely these guys, I would have to say, are probably looked upon as assets going the other way for things.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, like if Noah Philp and Matthew Savoy and let's just say for giggles here, Quinn Hudson are in the top 12 next year to start the season, Stan Bowman failed the offseason. He did. We don't know what's going to happen with Evander Kane. He's got a modified. I know they want to move on from him. He has 1 year left at 5.1. Victor Arvidsson's another one that's up in the air. No movement, but it sounded like he wanted to leave prior to the deadline. He's probably not.
He said he was open to moving.
Yeah, exactly. And not playing in the final game of the Stanley Cup playoffs. He's probably a little pissy right now about that. Listen, I know Corey Perry had a great year. And seriously, like, I love the guy. I thought he was great in the regular season, the most consistent forward outside of the top two. He was great in the playoffs, but I just don't know if you go back there again. He's probably not going to have the same numbers he had this year.
Do you try to do something with Adam Henrique too?
Yes. I thought Adam Henrique really struggled this year.
I did too.
I did not like his game.
His playoffs the year prior, I was thinking, okay.
Yeah.
But this year,
he was one of the worst players in the playoffs.
He looked like he had cinder blocks on his feet at times.
And the only reason he sticks is because he wins faceoff and he kills penalties. Okay? He has a full new movement clause.
He does?
Yeah. And he only has a 1 year left at $3 million. But if you could move on from Adam Henrique, I'm all for it.
What about Janmark?
I'd move on from him too. Sorry. I mean, you can find a guy like Matthias Janmark for $1.4 million. Hell, you can probably find one for $900,000. Like, thank you. Like, these guys did their stuff. They had their moments, but every team needs to upgrade. And right now, like, another year of Matthias Janmark and Adam Henrique in your bottom six, I don't know if that's enough. I don't. Jeff Skinner's out. Kasperi's out. Connor Brown, he might. He's probably going to demand more money than the Oilers can afford.
Why?
I mean, because he can. He can say I've been to back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals, had pretty good playoffs.
If it's $1 million.
And the way the Oilers negotiate, it's like they have no leverage. So, like, you have to be careful with those kind of deals. You can't overpay for bottom six guys.
We saw what happened, and look, we've said it ad nauseum. We've said it that we like some of the deals that they made, but you can't handcuff yourself in July and August with signing some of these guys.
You can't. I'm almost to the point where, like, if they can't afford guys, wait. Seriously, wait till September and guys get dropped, and because don't overpay. Guys, the Oilers should not be overpaying anyone at this point in their where they are as a team organization, right? Like
let me ask you this. Okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario. All right?
Yeah.
You ready?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. I messed that up. Okay, let's go. Who's a good comparable?
Wait,
that's tough though. Like,
who are you trying to compare?
I'm trying to give you a player that you're not in your prime. Well, you're in the latter stages of your prime. Let's just say in the NHL. You're in UFA, right? Yeah. You're a consistently top two-line player. You haven't won yet.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking to maximize money, or do the Edmonton Oilers appeal to you on maybe a 1 or a 2 year deal because you have the opportunity? Because this is what we talk about all the time. You have a chance with playing. You got two generational talents. Let's say it with Connor and Leon.
Yeah.
And they've gone to the Cup. They're hungry. It's you have all the things of Edmonton that it has to offer. Does that appeal to you to take a haircut to try to win a cup?
Hell yeah.
That's what I think.
Like, and that's why this whole Frederic 8-year deal blows my mind. Like, if you don't want to be here, man, and win a cup, then bye. Like, seriously. I just don't get it. And In order for Stan Bowman to make any moves, he's got to. The first moves we're going to see is people out, right, Joaquin? Because there's no way they can do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
You got to find a way to move Kane if you want, or Arvidsson if you want. It looks like you got to sign Bouch, right? Like that's the big one. And I know a lot of people don't want to pay him what's being reported, but he's going to get paid.
The player that I was thinking about yesterday was Brandon Saad.
Older. I just think, just going from what Bowman said, they want to get a little more youth in the lineup.
Yeah,
I think that's why they won't go there.
I'm looking through here. I mean, see, this is one guy that I think falls kind of in that category, right? Is that the bread eater, Mangiapane?
He's a really good one, man. He is. He probably wouldn't cost too much.
It's a center,
but
he can play the wing.
Who in Calgary was a top 6 guy. In Washington, he was playing on the 4th line, so he can moonlight. This guy scored 35 goals in 2021-22. He had 28 points on the 4th line with Washington.
Yeah,
he's 29 years old. He fits what the Oilers are trying to do. It's win mode now. That's a
5.8 last year. That's what I.
How much?
5.8.
You can't.
But that was probably coming off his deals in Calgary, right?
Yeah, he can't make that much.
No. But this is where
that's a great name. I think Andrew Mangiapane fits perfectly on this team
because he's got a bit of bite.
Yeah,
he's kind of what you hoped Arvidsson would have been. I think.
Yeah,
without falling down as much.
What about Brock Besser? No,
too much. And he's American. Is Mangiapane American?
Brock Besser is going to get paid too.
Yeah, that guy's can score 40. He's in a different. But it depends. Does he want to go win? Right? Does he want to go?
But people are going to see the Frederic deal and be like, I want that, and I'm much better than this guy.
Of course.
So anybody that you're going to get now that's a top 6 forward, you're going to have to pay more than you're paying Trent Frederic. Because why in their wildest dreams would they say, yeah, I'll take less than this 3rd line guy? It's not going to happen.
What about, let me just make sure on this one. Because this one's kind of interesting to me. Had success here before. Nick Bukestad.
I mean, I got time for him, but it almost seems like he doesn't want to. He's living his life. Well, he was in Arizona, obviously. Now they're
but he wanted to sign here, and
the Oilers couldn't afford him.
It was the same as like, wasn't it the same as another player they signed though? Like it was just
might have been.
I forget who it was, but it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be a fun summer. And it's going to be a fun 2 weeks because we got the draft coming up, Joaquin. We got the free agency and the Oilers. Their hands are a little bit tied here. They are. And that's just the reality of the situation. Holland, a lot to blame for those no movements. Jeff Jackson did a lot of them. Like we said yesterday, it's Stan Bowman. What's that saying? It's not his problem, but.
God, Matt Boldy doesn't even have he has no clauses. He doesn't have has a modified no trade list not until 28, 29. Not that they're ever getting rid of that guy.
Check that out. Matt Boldy. And yet the Oilers have, 3 guys in the bottom 6 that have no movements?
Yeah.
And I don't care if they're modified. It still makes it hard. Makes it extremely hard. And I know there's rumblings out there that there is interest in Kane. Why wouldn't there be? When he's healthy and focused, he's a hell of a player.
I think the whole Kane thing is very dangerous because, like Dustin and I were talking yesterday, it lines up perfectly for an Evander Kane whale of a season.
Yeah,
he's healthy.
Yeah,
first of all, he's in the last year of his deal.
Yeah,
and look, when he came to Edmonton, he's been good in the community, right? And you can't say anything really. I haven't heard anything poor about his off-ice antics that we've heard prior, right? Mm-hmm. He's away from the team all year, so how do we know anything? It's very hard to not play, too. So, But everything lines up for him to be the model citizen great team player to have an outstanding season so he can get another big deal.
Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, you got to be cautious, but I think one of the reasons they are going so long with Frederic is because they want to move on from him.
Yeah, but then you have two guys like that.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Jeremy Roenick talk on a thing, and he was talking about how Matthew Tkachuk changed the entire culture of the Florida Panthers, where everyone got a little bit of more of a mean on. Barkov started getting in people's faces.
Yeah.
Not that Bennett didn't before, but Ekblad, everyone throughout that whole lineup all of a sudden became nasty because of their leader in Tkachuk. I think you need more of those guys.
And that's good, man. That's what you need. And it's going to be interesting. Again, you can't run it. You can't continue to run it back when you've lost 2 straight Stanley Cup finals with the same roster. And that's what they did last year. And they added a few pieces, lost some key pieces in Dylan Holloway. Sure. But you can't continue to run it back. You have to make some adjustments. Easier said than done with their cap situation. But we'll see. It's going to be fun. And like we said yesterday, this Frederic, it is what it is at this point. It's a bad start. Doesn't mean it can't improve. And again, it's nothing against Trent Frederic, but an 8-year deal is just something they're probably going to regret. And it better not come with a NMC because I'm going to lose it. All right. Coming up next, we'll get to Inside the Numbers. We'll get to This Day in Sports History and all that fun stuff here on EST Afternoons. Like always, the Afternoon Inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. On July 4th, you can check out the Lightfoot Band. And on July 5th, Ian Munsick. All you have to do for tickets is go to rivercreeresort.com or hit up the River Cree box office. We're back to close out EST Afternoons for the week here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Here's our guy, Koob, Sports Update.
Oilers general manager Stan Bowman answered some questions this morning, highlighting that the team will evaluate its goaltending and forward group, adding that, quote, the defense will have the least number of changes. From Winnipeg, Jonathan Toews is set to come back to the NHL as he's set to sign with the Jets on a 1-year deal. Toews hasn't seen an NHL game since 2023, with the 37-year-old getting a $2 million base salary, $5 million in bonuses. And CFL action has Saskatchewan visit Toronto. Kickoff at 5:30, and for the Lions, Nathan Rourke will not start tomorrow against the Bombers. Head coach Buck Pierce saying that Rourke's, quote, going to dress, but we're going to play Jeremiah Mazzoli. And in Toronto, the Jays and White Sox go head-to-head for their series opener. Spencer Turnbull gets the ball for the Jays with the game starting just after 5. Right now, 1 game's underway. In the 8th inning, the Mariners lead the Cubs 6-4. Riverhawks also play, taking on the Apple Sox. Tune into the action on any of EST's audio streams with the game starting just after 7. The final segment of EST Afternoons brings us back on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Koob, keeping you up to date.
Strike up some fun at the Banquet Bar. Bowling, drinks, and a great time with friends where the good times roll. Whether you're here to bowl or just hang out, the Banquet Bar is your go-to spot. Get real, play hard at the Banquet.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
River Cree Resort and Casino proudly presents Ian Munsick. July 5th, live in the venue.
All horses are
Country fans, you don't want to miss an evening with Ian Munsick, a stampeding, spirited celebration of romance, ranch life, family, and forever young fun. Tickets on sale now at rivercreekresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
.246. Welcome back to EST Afternoons. Yes, Bowman did say he's going to change the forward group. That's why we're looking at options. That's why the only guy 50-50 is Corey Perry. I don't know if you go there again. I truly don't. I don't know if you go there. I like the Mangiapane one you brought up, Joaquin. It's just going to be interesting to see what they can do. I'm excited for it. 11.962 in cap space. So that's probably going to most of that's going to Bush. So then you gotta move bodies. So yeah, Bowman's. I'm intrigued to see what he can do, guys. It's good.
Do you?
Yes.
Think Evan Bouchard is at Edmonton Oilers camp day one?
Yes.
Ooh.
I do. Because management teams of pro teams don't, well, some, I shouldn't say, the majority of them don't view it as fans do and we do in the media, right? Like there's, they have a different process. They don't get emotional about it. Evan Bouchard is going to get paid a lot of money. And he'll be here for a lot of years with the Edmonton Oilers. And it's just something we got to deal with, and we'll see what the final number is and all that. And if he said yesterday he feels his defensive game's coming around, but he needs to continue to work on it. Sure, that's the biggest issue with Evan Bouchard right now is that offensively there's really not much to complain about. He's brilliant.
8 years for Bush,
probably
11 mil,
and he for sure is getting a no movement. He is. The Oilers will be in double digits when it comes to no movements when training camp. Yeah, they are. They're at 9, guys.
Wouldn't you, if you, in a perfect world, if he gets 8 years, wouldn't you say first 5 no movement, and then?
Gager, I'm at the point where it's like I'm giving you 8 years and I'm paying you $10 million.
No matter where you go.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You're not getting a no movement clause.
Yeah,
you want a no movement clause? Let's take $2 million off your.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like the Oilers got to stop doing this, man. You have the leverage. Enough.
Yeah, you can't play if he doesn't sign, right?
Let's get to inside the numbers for Play Alberta, like we always do every day. If you want a $50 casino bonus, all you got to do is deposit $20 or more using the promo code EST Casino. You can do the same for a $50 free sports bet using promo code EST Sports. Let's stay with the Oilers because we're there. When you look at the forward group, Joaquin, give me a number. How many new faces we're going to see in the forward group?
Oh, good question.
And when I say new faces, you can say guys from the minors.
I can?
You can, because they're new.
How many new faces do I see at the start? Or how much? I'm going to say 5.
You're going to say 5, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm going to go with 1, 2. Why are these guys? Why isn't okay, I see what's going on. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna say 4.
4, huh?
Yeah, because I think Savoy and Philp make the team. I don't think Jones and Hamlin do. I don't know why they're on the depth chart here on Puckpedia. I think Arvidsson and Kane, they find a way to move. Yeah, I'm going to say 4.
4?
And I think 2 of those have to be for Leon Draisaitl.
Something needs to be done. But it's just hard because everyone else has so much more room. Good planning.
Yeah, they looked ahead.
I mean, I guess you kind of look at it like, I mean, the one team that always surprised, I wonder what kind of splash Bill Guerin's going to make, because finally had those nooses off their necks with Parise and Ryan Suter, right? They're still paying them. But, I mean, they are paying them close to $1 million, but just their huge, massive cap retention or their buyouts.
Because I don't think the Oilers are going to bring Corey Perry back. As much as he wants to come back and he says all the right things, and he says he wants to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
think, you know what, if I'm GM, I go, Corey, we'd love to have you back. We have to make some decisions on some other players. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, and if you got a better offer,
let us know.
Yeah,
and then we'll see what we can do. But right now,
sure, you give him that courtesy.
Yeah,
but I don't think you can just. I don't think you can just go there and give him. Like, he doesn't need to be a July 1st signing.
No,
he does not. And like they say, you can just give him test the market, see where you're at. Let us know.
Probably go to Florida and take one of those millions.
If we can make it work, we will.
Right? Why wouldn't he?
No,
he's chasing. I'll go down to Miami and for $1 million, play with the Panthers.
Yeah.
He fits right in.
And I said it yesterday, like, listen, I don't think McDavid's leaving, but I do think for McDavid, the roster construction for the next 5 years is going to be very important to him. What he sees.
There's pressure.
There's pressure on this management group to get it right.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been very close the last years. They've been 1 win away. Or 2 this year, sorry, 1 win away. So they're close. But Connor McDavid's they're coming into their 30s, right? They might have 6 to 8 years left if they want. They can probably play till they're 40, but most of these guys will.
McDavid will be able to play a long time. His skating is, what is he, 29, 28?
29.
Yeah, he'll play he'll be like Crosby, right?
But I'm saying, like, he's ready to sign probably his last long big deal, like Leon did with the 8 years. So he wants to know that his team is situated well with money, you know, with the people calling the shots, putting the right players in place. And I think that's big for him. I'm not saying he's leaving. I don't believe that. I don't. But I think it's an important offseason for this front office to get it right and bring in the correct players and stop handcuffing yourself with bad deals, no movements, too much term. Like, the NHL is going in a different way. They're going to 3 to 5 year deals. Go with that. That's perfect. That's what you need. Especially if you're in a window of winning like the Oilers are.
So you go get Crosby.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. So you say 5 changes in the forward group. I'm going to say 4.
Yeah.
I think 3 new players, and I think one of Philp and Savoy make the team. I'll go that route. I think
Philp and Savoy?
I think one of them makes it.
I think you almost need to have those guys around, right?
Sure. One can be the 13th.
They gotta learn, right?
Yeah. Noah Philp can be the 13th. I have no issues with that. I think if Savoy's here, he has to play and play a lot just to see what you got. Because the kid's got the pedigree, man. There's a lot of good in that kid. Still young. So I think it's going to be 4. Hey, it's been a fun show. It was a tough week, of course, with the Oilers losing. It's never easy. I know the fans took it pretty hard, and then lots going on around the NHL, lots of rumors swirling around there. So it's going to be an interesting 2 to 3 weeks here. Not just with the Edmontoners, but every team around the league will see a lot of movement. We're all over it. Of course, disappointed again with the Elks starting 0-2 in another bad game yesterday. Better in the fourth quarter, but we hope they can turn it around. They're back in action next Thursday. You got the NBA Finals. You got NASCAR. You got IndyCar this weekend. It's going to be great racing. And if you're into Formula E, they also got a race. And it's interesting racing for sure. But lots going on still. We appreciate you guys, like always, for listening, for watching us, and slamming that thumbs up. Keep it locked here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up. And they'll take you right up until 6 o'clock. Tomorrow, Hello Hockey. And then Sunday, the golf show. For Koob, for Joaquin, I'm Hernan saying enjoy your weekend, everybody. Stay safe. We love you. Chowders.